There it goes. Welcome along, everyone. This is Duncan, and we are on Zwift, and it is 2024. I've not done one of these for a long time. And even this is a sort of last-minute decision to do this recorded. I'm not streaming this live on YouTube. I'm going to put this up later, depending on how it goes. So we'll see what happens in this race. 3 minutes to go. This is February, and I am training for the California Coast Classic again. So 2024 will be my third official California Coast Classic. First one was in 2020 when COVID hit and we couldn't actually go to California. So we did it around the roads of North Carolina, the 525 miles and 28,000 feet equivalent. Then 2 years ago, 2022, thank you to all of you who supported that one. We were able to get to 7,500 and beyond. We actually raised nearly 9,000 for the Arthritis Foundation for the CCC ride 2 years ago. And officially, we will be kicking off the campaign this year in March, beginning of March. So there'll be more YouTube videos coming. I've been trying to do some baseline work, getting myself a little bit in shape and a little bit ready for this. And I have not been racing much on Zwift over the last few months. And so what I found when I came in to do a race, this particular one in the monthly series called Race Like a Champ, and I did race one in the C category. And I guess as soon as I did that, it said, oh, you haven't raced for a while. I'm going to drop you down to the D category, which is the lowest category on Zwift. And I'm in the D category today. This is a D category race. It's in Richmond. It's the reverse Richmond course. So we got the hills at the beginning, those nice short hills that I like. And then at the end of it is sort of a flat with a few little rises here and there. But man, I'm in the D category. I did this one on Tuesday night. This is Saturday afternoon. I'm doing this now. But I actually did the equivalent race on Tuesday night, and I nearly won. There was a group of four of us got away, got reduced to three close to the end, and I started sprinting, and I sprinted, and the guy in third seemed to drop off, the guy in second, like, I'm going to beat him, and I did, and I got right towards the line, and then the guy who was in third place just suddenly came from nowhere and pipped me on the line by officially 0.00 seconds, but I was second, and he was first, so well done to him. It occurred to me I've never crossed the line first in a Zwift race. I've won Zwift races when other people have been disqualified. I've won Indy Velo races against those robots. Never won a Zwift race. So for this brief time when I'm in Category D, because I will be pushed back up to Category C as soon as the training really kicks in. I know that's where I belong. I know that's where I'll end up because I'll be doing much higher watts per kilogram. Until then, I've got an opportunity to race Category D. So I apologize, no green screen. Didn't have time to set the lighting up, but here we go. We're about to get going here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's do a D category race in Richmond with about 10 other people. There's hardly anyone here. All right, let's see what happens. It's probably going to be a quick start. Depends who's in this race. Depends if there's any other people who are sort of going to do a flyer or not. We'll see. Already having to push a little bit here to stay up. So, just a quick reminder of how this works. This is online bicycle racing against other people, real people from around the world. You can see them there on the right-hand side. You can see their information. So, Coat from Canada, Taylor from the UK. I have the Scotland flag next to me as my... It's hard to explain. I think it's a Brexit statement because Scotland voted to remain. Anyway. As we begin, start with the downhill bit here. What happened the other day when I did this, on the initial two hills, which are sort of short and sharp hills, there was a group of 4 or 5 of us got away, and we really just stayed away for the whole time. Now, Taylor is outputting 2.8 watts per kilogram. You can see there on the right-hand side what their power to weight ratio is. That's watts per kilogram. Let's see what they're putting out. Doesn't matter so much on the downhill. On the uphill, it will matter. The downhill, we will get kind of pulled along by the pack dynamics, by the draft, the slipstream effect. Coates having a go So already I think Taylor and Coke might be the two to watch on this. Anyway, we'll see how this goes. About half an hour long, 10 miles to go, and we'll see how it works out. Okay, so here comes the first uphill. This is the sort of rear side of 23rd Street. And we're going to go up here and see if the group falls apart immediately or if they stay together. Now, when I did this the other day, I was staying at the group and actually setting the pace up these hills. And as I said, I came second. But the interesting thing to me was when I put my ride on Strava, Strava said this was easier than your usual efforts. This was less hard. Oh, okay. That's the D category for you. Now, Taylor's outputting 3.4 there, 3.5. The official limit is supposed to be 2.5. 2.5 watts per kilogram for category D. If you do much more than that, certainly for the overall race, you'll be kicked out. You can do it up the hills, but you've got to make sure the rest of it doesn't really get too crazy. Now let's see what's happening here in this race. Look backwards. Are we dropping people? We're starting to. I'm going to push the pace a little bit here. See if Taylor and Coke can keep up. Where are we? So, top of the hill coming up. Come on, guys. Let's do this. I'm trying to do this without burning too many matches. You'll see at the bottom of the screen I've got my red power there. That's how much power I'm putting out, kind of compared to my watts per kilogram average, which is whatever, 2.6, 2.7. Oh dear, I appear to have dropped them all 3 seconds back. Oh no. Come on, guys. I don't want to do this on my own. Come on. There. Top of the hill. Let's see. I'll let them catch me on the way down. We'll see what happens on the other side. So all that red means I was burning some matches then. Top left, you'll see my output in watts. And my RPM, my revs, and my heart rate. If that gets too high, it means I'm in trouble. 2 power-ups today as we go under an arch. There's a van for drafting others, which is what I've got, which is no use without anyone else there. And a aero helmet. I'm not going to do 9 miles on my own. I'm going to wait. They'll probably come down the hill faster than me. Catch me up in just a second as we're going up the other side here. I already see they're getting closer. Look, Einter is there. You can see how far back they are. Numbers at the bottom of the screen, 33, 32 meters. We got some pace going here. Come on, guys. Another steep bit. This is the back end of Livy Hill. Briefly hit 21% then. I'm actually going to keep it in the big chain ring. And just stomp it. This is very short. Look at my RPMs in the top left there, 42. That's hilarious. Very slow revs per minute. There we are. This bit flattens out. Einteres and 5Z are with me. So not Taylor, interestingly. Thought Taylor was going to be one of those that really stuck. It looks like it's all split behind though. Look back at that group. Come on, guys. Let's keep it going. I'm going to let these two guys catch me and I'll use the van power up just as we go over the top here and under the arch, and then I should get another power up after that. Well, that's the 2 steep hills done. Now we've got one long hill, the reverse of Governor Street, And then we've got the fan flats, the flat bit, which has got some bits on it. Come on, guys, you two. That's it, and I'll use my drafting boost. There we go. Ah, come on, fellas, don't make me make the pace. One thing I haven't seen here, but I noticed in the other race, was where the D category is very different from the C category. I don't want to be rude, but the weights are a lot higher. The weights of the people. Oh, I've got another draft in a minute. So I'm 78 kilos. These guys maybe 95 or so. I had that in the D category the other day, which is one of the reasons why people struggle to make it over the hills. When you're on the flat, you get some momentum going. Actually having a bit more weight is handy. It's more about pure watts and getting momentum. As soon as you go uphill, it's all about watts per kilogram. The algorithm changes. What do we got here? 3 seconds on Taylor, Niyama, and Hetherington. So we've got a little gap here. And then 14 seconds to Blair, and then a big gap to the rest. Right, we don't get another power up for a while. I'm going to keep mine and use it along the bottom here in just a moment. Kind of heading out of Richmond, we're going to turn around, do a hairpin up here. You can see the map in the top right. There's the hairpin. And we're going to kind of bumble along the bottom for a bit before we get a rise. It's like a sustained 5% rise. And we'll see whether these guys stay away, whether Taylor, Hetherington, and Niyama catch up with us. I can already say of the rest of them, Lair's the only one who might. So we'll see. Let's just hit that one. Use the drafting boost again. Nice and easy. That means I get a boost if I'm on the draft, if I'm behind some people. There we go. Vibesy giving us thumbs ups. Thumbs up back. And we'll work together as a group. Let's see how far back the other group are. We can see them. Oh, there they are, way off in the distance. Can you see them there? Got to be careful not to get too far ahead because I lose my drafting. 7 seconds according to the clock there. 7 seconds. And they were the ones who were struggling a little bit up the hills. So because there is one more hill to come, I suspect, don't quote me, I suspect we're more likely to get away again. And then the question is going to be, what kind of straight line speed have these two guys got? The other thing is there's 6 seconds now. If the other three do catch us, they will expend some energy in doing so and may not have as much left. Now, Taylor is saying stay on. Taylor wants to push the pace of those three so that they'll catch up with us. Einters is pushing to get away a bit. I wonder if 5Z's dropping here. Let's see, my heart rate is 160. For a reference point, 160 seems high. For me, it's not. My heart rate is higher than your average person. Anything under 180 means I'm probably pretty comfortable. So 10 minutes in, 7 miles to go. Coming along the flat bit, hill coming up in a moment. 3 of us in the lead. Taylor, I think, has made it. Here comes Taylor. In fact, Taylor's got some speed on. He's trying to come through. Now, did the others come as well? Niyama at 3 seconds, Hetherington at 5. Quick look back. They're trying, but they're burning matches in doing this. Now, if we can drop Taylor up this hill and make Taylor working, I think they are coming back, aren't they? So, group of 6. All right. That's okay. Now, Niyama, I don't know anything about any of these people, except that I'm noticing that Niyama is wearing Tour of Watopia shirt from 2020. That means Niyama has been riding Zwift for a long time. I've got that shirt. It's one of the first ones I earned when I started doing Zwift. right back at the beginning of the pandemic. Now, Einters is putting in some work here. Hetherington has been dropped. Hetherington at 2 seconds. Here's the hill. Right, this is a pretty sustained 5% effort. I do not like this hill. I wonder if the other guys are not going to like it either. The other day when I did this, nobody liked it and I actually ended up driving the pace at the front. Laird's at 36, so there's 6 of us in this race. Laird's not coming back. Can Hetherington make these 4 seconds? That's the question. Niyama there, Tour of Autopia shirt. I like the boots that went with that on the shoes. Kind of green and blue. Very nice. Vibesy trying to set the pace. Taylor also sitting in, but not going nuts. Now these guys will have seen me go up the hill earlier on. Vibesy hates this hill. However, if Vibesy is able to type comments, Vibesy can't be that tired. Look at that top right, 5%, 4%. You get a little respite in a minute and then it kicks up again. Try and stay with Einters. I mean, I'm close. Look how close I am. I don't get any draft because we're only going 12 miles an hour. You only get drafted about 18 miles an hour above. Kind of like in real life. If you're going slowly, you don't get a draft. All right. About halfway up the hill. Take it easy for a minute. Those guys dropping again. They are. Taylor's trying to make it. Vibesy Hetherington have gone. Interesting. I wonder if I should push the pace for a minute. Thing is, the temptation is to push the pace and burn matches. I'm only going to win this race probably from a reduced bunch sprint. Like if we get rid of the heavy sprinters, but I've still got to sprint at the end. Taylor's coming back 7 meters. Okay, so it's looking like a group of 3 at the front now. Just under 6 miles to go. Still going up this 5% hill. Not a million miles from the top. Lair at 52, Hetherington 17 seconds now. Vibesy at 11. If they come back, they're going to be burning matches to come back. And here's me at the front, like it or not. All right. Come on, Einters. Stay with it. Come on, guys. So we're nearly at the top there. This is it. This is the top of the hill. After this, I'll sit in again and let them do the work. On the assumption they might be heavier than me. Find out later. All right. Is that it? 0%. Just about. So we're going to swing right here, then swing left, and then run the finishing circuit. We do 1 and a bit laps. Go through the finish line once, and then round that circuit again. And we're done. 26 seconds to Hetherington of Vibesy. I think they've gone. And who was the other one? Where's the Japanese rider? Totally gone. Niyama. Niyama no longer. Have to watch the replay and find out at what point Niyama went vanishing. This would have been a good spot to use the draft. Oh well. Get 1, 2 more power-ups. So we've got the sprint line just here with a reverse Broad Street, and then the finish line. And then when we come round, oh yeah, we're not on the finishing circuit yet, sorry. Then we come round again on the finishing circuit. Right, let's see what power up we get this time. Either a aero helmet or we got an aero helmet. All right. I'm going to keep that. Taylor's trying to blow us away. Tells me Taylor's probably not confident in his sprint. Well, if we lose Eintjes, that's fine. I think Eintjes is staying. There we go. Oh. 5 miles to go, all downhill from here, says 5C. At 30 seconds. It's not. There's some downhill, some uphill, but nothing more than 2%. I think maybe 3% briefly. I'll point that out when we're on it. It's on the finishing circuit on the way up to the finish line. Tell you what, Taylor is putting in some watts here. He says painful. Well, slow down then, dude. Once we get done with this race, I'm making pizza. Homemade pizza tonight. Gotta go make the dough. Taylor, that was funny. Taylor said it's painful, so 5C said, right, slower. Now at 34 seconds, 35. Taylor is putting out big watts here. Or was. My time the other day, by the way, 31 minutes. I'm not sure if this is going to be faster because I think Taylor's putting in slightly harder work here. Eintjes is getting dropped. Eintjes at 4 seconds. And 44 meters. Let's do some work. Let's see if we can drop Eintjes. Come on, Taylor. Stick with me. Let's have a look. Come on, Taylor. Eintjes now at 8 and dropping. Is it between me and Taylor now? Let's see. All right. We're still not quite. Are we on the finishing circuit? No. Yeah, we are. Yeah, we're about to come to the uphill bit. Let's see, what does it reach? 1%. Eintjes at 11 seconds. I'm gonna have to do some work to get back here. Now 1%. That's all it got to. I thought it was more than that. Oh, here we go, a bit more hill. Looking in the top right, you see the percentage gradient. It says 0%. 4 miles to go. Taylor's putting in definitely some big watts here. Trying to drop me, wear me out. Heart rate 170, so I think I'm okay. The other thing is, I'm off sugar for Lent. So my gels are made of honey. And my carbs are from fruit. I think that's going to more affect me in longer rides. Now we'll see. Yesterday I did 100k, 62.1 miles. Wonder if I'll feel that in a minute. Coming around here. All right, swing left here, a little roundabout, and then it's the finish line for the first time. 1 lap to go. Yeah, Taylor's putting in some watts now. I'm gonna make sure I stay. I don't want to do any work because Taylor on his own here is dropping iron to us. Feel like I did the work on the hills. You know, these guys can do their thing on the flat. Oh, let's get a drink. All right. Now, in the race on Tuesday, when I did this, the guy who eventually won actually did a sprint here. I'm not sure if it's because he thought it was the finish line or he's just testing us, trying to lose us. But it gave away that he had a sprint. Look at Taylor, 2.9 then. 3.1. I'm not going to use my power up. I'm saving my aero for the sprint at the end. 1 lap to go. 3.1 miles. Just got to stay with him. Einter's at 26 seconds and out of it. Down to 2. The other day it was 3, which I prefer, actually. Even though I lost, and I lost because I was watching the guy in second, and not the guy in third. I kind of like that because in this situation, Taylor's just going to be watching me. All right, 173 for the heart rate. Downhill bit here. Is he going to push? No. I feel like I should do a turn at the front for a bit. If I look back and if I do this, look back and say, did it cost me? We'll see. Come on, Taylor. Hop on the back, mate. Down the hill. Now, while I'm doing this, let's watch Taylor's watts per kilogram. I'm holding about a 2.7. He's dropped off quite a lot there. Bit bunged up. Right. The race looks settled for a minute, 2.5 miles to go. Let's talk briefly about the CCC. Bottom right of your screen, California Coast Classic. I will ride my bicycle, this bicycle I'm riding now, set with the back wheel on. 525 miles from Fisherman's Wharf in San Francisco to the Santa Monica Pier in Los Angeles. In September, 21st to the 28th this year, 8 days, 525 miles, depending on the route, maybe 28,000 feet of climbing. Depends if Highway 1 is open. Through Big Sur. We'll see, there are more landslides there last week. See if Caltrans can get it open. Taylor's pushing again here. This is downhill. Nice and easy, guys. Einter's at 38 seconds. Not a concern. I'm doing it for the Arthritis Foundation. For those of you who don't know, my daughter Hannah has juvenile arthritis. She's 13. She's had it since she was 9. But it was right on her birthday, I think, was the diagnosis when she turned 9, or just before. Arthritis Foundation is the charitable organization in the US that supports anyone with arthritis, in particular juvenile arthritis in kids, which affects 300,000 estimated children in the United States alone. Millions worldwide. And the AF Arthritis Foundation do a number of fundraising events during the year. walk to your arthritis, Jingle Bell Run. This is the biggest event. Every year it raises well over $1 million. As you can see on the bottom right, 7,500 the target. And although we haven't officially started yet, we're at 2,305. So, find a link somewhere. There'll be one around here. Click that link, donate today. It is tax deductible if you're in the US. Where's Taylor gone? Oh, there he is. That freaked me out for a minute. All right, uphill bit. There's that 3% I was talking about. I might go to the front here. On the other hand, I might wear himself out. I don't know. $1.4 to go. There's the end of that bit. I'll do a turn here. And then he can finish us off. Excuse me. So we're looking, raise as much as we can. You know, 7,500 is not a limit. It's our initial target. And I'll be doing Swift races through the year, trying to be as creative as we can in ways to raise the funds. And then during the race itself, I'll be doing daily updates. I used to do them on Twitter, but Twitter's so rubbish now. I don't know if it's worth it. I might go to Instagram or something. What do you think? Let me know. Where's a good social media to do posting? I'm not doing Facebook. Okay. Coming up now, towards the final mile. All I can see is Lair is there at 2:04. I think we're far enough ahead. We're almost, we've been marked as a lap ahead now. That's fun. I don't know how long I'm going to be in D category. Make the most of it while we can. Also, this is one of my favorite courses. Next week, this race series is going to a course called the Muckle Yin in Scotland, which is the entire Scotland world, including all of Glasgow, all of the breakaway Bray Loop, and the awful hill in the middle, the Sker, whatever it is. And maybe in both directions on that. We'll not do well on that, even on the D category, because you will get some people who are light. All right. So here's the question. Yeah, you see our names coming up now on the right-hand side again. As more people finish the previous lap. We are going to lap people. I can see the last backmarker is up ahead. What does Taylor have in the sprint? I think Taylor has a sprint because earlier on, remember Taylor was the very first one to go up the hill and push ahead at the beginning. However, Taylor has done a lot of work. Now, there's two schools of thought. I'm at 172 heart rate. I've got some energy in the tank. Should I go here and make him catch up and burn his matches? Or should I wait and do a sprint? I can see benefits to both ways. And I'm not an experienced enough racer at the front of the race. So no, Tuesday, I should have won. And I sat up too early. And it was my own fault. Taylor's racing it here. This may make my decision for me. Taylor, 3.0, 3.2 watts per kilogram. Third of a mile to go. Let's see what happens. There's a back marker. We will get draft from the back marker. Finish line. In sight. How are we going to do this? How's it going to play? We're going to go. He's going. I'm going. And I am going to win. First across the line for the first time ever in Zwift. Number one, 31.22. I think slower than the other day. Nice. Well done, Taylor. Very impressed. There we go. Miss Hannah. Say hello to the camera, dude. First trombone in the all-county band. And I've just won a Zwift race. Let's go around to 11 miles, close it out. But please, do donate. A lot more of these coming starting in March. This was just a one-off because I don't know how long I'm going to be in the D category. Hey, first across the line for the first time ever. It was good. Thank you, everyone, and bye for now.